What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Queen Candy Podcast on another edition of our Sunday Positivity Talk. Before we get into it, of course, once again, we have our wonderful husband in the building, KLG.
Yeah, how's everybody doing? Kill just on the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hope everybody is doing good on this wonderful Sunday. Um, we want to talk about tests. And for those that hear this, know we're not talking about the ones you go to little fake school and take. Um, we're not talking about that. We're talking about life. You know, it's a phrase we always use all the time. Life can be hard. We got this from my husband actually, so it's his fault. Um, life can be hard, but you still gotta live it. Um, as Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach, you know, you can have heaven on earth or you can have hell. Of course, we should all know that that's a choice. That's why it's called free will. So when we talking about tests, we talking about, of course, number one, under righteousness, um, weakness, slackness, um, wrongdoing, knowing right from wrong, however you interpret it, however you want to put it. But we can only speak for ourselves, and we know our husband can as well. Um, when you faced with one, whatever it may be, we done had ours, and our husband done had his. First thing we feel like, and we don't know if our husband can piggyback off of this, but it's your mental. You can either look at it from a positive standpoint or a negative one. You can either be a soldier, as we always like to say, or you can, be weak and want everybody to feel sorry for you. And especially if you got yourself into that test, because sometimes we do that a whole lot.
All the time.
We want sympathy. We want people to feel sorry for us and feel bad. And
All the time.
yeah, not saying that we ain't judge. We ain't saying people deserve to go through it. We just saying what you put out there is more than likely 100% what you're gonna get back. So you're never gonna be perfect. You're never gonna get everything right. You're never gonna have everything, but you're gonna experience that. There's absolutely no way, it's improbable. There's no way, period, you can ever get around it. And if you have, please let us know. Please let us know because we would love to find out. But we highly doubt it. So, I mean, everybody's going to go through hell. You're going to go through tests to see where you really are, especially once you reclaim your own. That's one thing we love to say because we still are new, very new. Um, every direction you can think of, we facing them. And once again, we can only speak for ourselves, but we just chose no matter what, we know it's going to be a beautiful result when, not if, when we get there. And number one ain't on our time anyway. But yeah, that's how we gonna start out. We gonna let our husband come in. Of course, he's gonna give a more in-depth definition of that word, and we should look that up, but we didn't think about it. But that's cool. Um, we can just only say we've been through ours, our share of tests. Oh boy, and obviously Elijah's greatest. We still here. We must have survived. Did something right. We don't know. We don't have all the answers. We never claim we do, but obviously we still here for a reason. It wasn't by our design, period. But you can either be weak about it or you can stand on what you believe in. Because if you don't, and we know this from experience, you're gonna fall for whatever. You're gonna believe whatever BS or whatever lie people tell you, and then you are in an even deeper hole than what you planned to be. So, that's how we gonna start that off. Babe.
First off and foremost, all praises be to Allah, coming the person and master forever. Muhammad to me praise. Whoever is taught us by the most son of an humble Elijah Muhammad. Test. Your birth was a test. Your whole life's been a test. Every school, every environment you included yourself into was a test. Don't know how you fared, don't even care. Um, we all lost. We just gonna keep it 100 at that part
Mm-hmm.
because every decision had no math, it had no basis. Truth is something that does not need to be explained. That's your definition. It doesn't need to be explained. It's the truth. You don't have to explain it. So if the truth is something that doesn't have to be explained, and most people want to be argumentative to the truth because they don't know how to receive the truth, they take it as a threat or an assault, and that's a test.
Or an attack.
That's what he said, a threat or an assault.
Mm-hmm.
That's the test. Everything that's brought to you is a test. You seen the movies, The Matrix, so on and so forth. You seen they showed you it's a real world and a fake world because this world ain't real. But y'all making it real and you keeping it real. Why? Because you like to fail tests. They put you in front of the enemy, you buckle like an old slave from back in the 1800s. Just buckle down. You want no stand up, no takeover, no assertiveness, and then you run around with their names. That's a test. How long are you gonna do that? But knowledge is power. Every prophet, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon all of them, said that. Knowledge is your power. Well, if you got the wrong knowledge, you fail in the test. Test is to see if you want 1,000 years of life or you want to die. Ain't no reincarnation, die and wake up somewhere else. They lied. They lied majorly. You ain't never seen it. So really they didn't lie because you ain't even never seen it. You ain't never stepped on no cockroach on your floor. Yeah, black people. You ain't never stomped no cockroach on your floor and that cockroach got up and came back. So how the hell somebody else gonna do it? No matter who stomp them. So test. Then you get all this self-educated knowledge that you claim is with your MB doctor slash philanthropist, astrophysicist, blah 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 blah. All these old big titles that you took a whole bunch of tests to get. You ain't no problem with that though. You ain't no problem taking them tests. So somebody hit you with the truth though. Oh, now we got all kind of malfunctioning problems. You got a billion questions. Blah 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 blah. Nothing's changed in scripture. It's all the same. It's been the same since day one. It was wrote 15,000 years before any of y'all was born. Any of us, take that back. Any of us was born. So he's singling up. Any of us was born. Any of us. 15,000 years before you were born, you were documented. So all this you down here doing while everything is happening above your head and wars is going on, you know nothing about, all tests. And they failing good. Well, it's that time for failure. But not in us. We supposed to uprise, uplift, and pass some tests. You bottom feed all you want. And for those that don't know what bottom feed means, it's like scraping the bottom of the ocean looking for something to eat. Bottom feeding. So you at the bottom. You have no standards. When you become half civilized, you start to adapt standards. Then when you become civilized, yes, you listen to the words. When you become civilized, then you don't bottom feed. Protocol becomes more important, and the objective of the team becomes more important than your personal desires.
Yep.
Because when you still got personal desires, you ain't part of no team. And this ain't the team that you can play with. You don't have options. It's either get it right or get dead.
Yep.
No ifs, ands, and maybes. If you think somebody gonna bust out the ground and come back alive, why don't you go dig them up now? I don't care how long they've been dead. Go dig them up now, and I guarantee their decaying corpse still laying in that box. Ain't going nowhere. But if you need to prove it to yourself, prove it to yourself. You buried one of your slaves that you call pets, slaves, because they don't speak human talk.
Nope.
They speak bark, meow, hiss, snap, bite,
Well,
growl. They speak their own. But you throw them in your house as a slave, and they die. And you think they're gonna wake up too? Go out there and dig them up. You see nothing but damn skeleton. They're rotten corpse and skeleton.
maggot.
However, if you are that susceptible to not want to pass no test, then death is your companion. The scriptures tell you. Tell
Mm-hmm.
you right off the dime.
It sure do.
Believe or get dead. So that's stuff that you already know. Just like they got you celebrating made up fake days that we can't even call it a holiday because the definition of holiday is traveling to an unknown destination you never been to before.
Hmm. And what's today supposed to be?
Fag day. Bunnies don't lay eggs.
They do not.
Neither do men. So you Marco Polo to hunt for the virgin male. That's why they hide. And then when they find you, they bend you over and do that homosexual stuff, that LGBT, rainbow coil, whatever. All we know is all that's an abomination. You know it. Man should not lay with man. Woman should not lay with woman. Man should not lay with dog. Woman should not lay with dog. Man should not lay with cat. Woman should not lay with cat. Man should not lay with lizard. Woman should not lay with lizard. It's telling you don't crossbreed with nothing. But here we are, just like Sodom and Gomorrah, Babylon, Nineveh, Nineveh. Right. In the height of everything they was in, exact same. Two gay people can go get married. That's an abomination. Like it, love it, hate it, whatever. This is facts. Truth needs not to be explained.
It's in the Bible. I don't know why people get.
It's in the Holy Quran. It's in the
Bible.
Bible.
All
It's
that.
in almost every biblical context. Period.
But we still do what we want to do because in our mind,
'Cause
this how dumb we are. We don't think it's a consequence.
Shaku said, "Go, get there." Let's see.
And a lot of us know about the truth. We know,
But that's how
but
open it.
fail every test, every test. And then,
But you
like
smart.
yeah,
You educated. You civilized.
I'm evolved.
We still got the wrong name. Still got the wrong name.
I'm evolved.
So you're trying to say, since everybody think we come from Africa, we'll go with that. Some of us do. We'll go with that. But we're from Mecca and Medina. Some of us come from there. Yeah. Okay. Then why we ain't got some righteous names? Why walk around with names Lee, Jones, Tom, Rick, Brick, Stick, Pick, Axe,
Smith,
Fox?
Go down the list.
Bat,
cat, dog.
What we doing running around with them names? If we come from our ancestors. There's the question. Test.
That's another one we failed that a lot of us can't really answer. Just going through everyday stuff in life. We ain't even shocked no more, surprised, because people turn into such weak human beings when you're going through something. Let me tell you something. We got 4 children. We done went through more than we ever imagined. Like for real, we didn't have time to run. We didn't have time to take the easy way out, if you will. We didn't have time to think, figure things out. We just kind of had to go with it. We had to be strong, not just for us, but for them as well. So that has a lot to do with the mentality we got now because we don't really accept a lot of excuses from people. We don't accept any. But either you're gonna handle it or you're gonna run from it. And when it really comes down to it, you can't blame anybody else. You just can't. It's your decision, your choice. Every one, you got to fail every test. Let's pass a couple of them. My bad. Let's pass a couple of them, or at least we like to use the word elevate. We don't even know what that word means, the the definition. But let's at least try to pass that. We supposed to be grown adults, grown men and women, however you want to put it. But when we get punched in the stomach, we get punched in the gut, however you want to put it. We want to fall down, run, hide. We don't even want to handle it. We turn to addiction, whatever that may be, to what we call try to numb the pain. And we can tell you from experience, you're still just running.
Test.
You're still just running because you're not dealing with what's going on. And it's not going to go away. It's not like a cold or the flu or something like that. It's not going to just go away. It's going to sit there until you deal with it.
Test.
That's it.
The number one test we failed. Number one. Y'all ready? Thinking you can go back in the past and change something that happened.
You can't do that. You can't change other people. You can't change their opinion of you. Ain't nothing you can do about that. While we wasting so much time, like a husband just said, we didn't mean to cut you off, but going back in the past, worrying about what somebody said 5, 10 years ago, what they did to you that they never apologized for 5, 10 years ago. Whether they apologize or make themselves accountable, and we know this, let it go. It's not gonna eat at them. It's gonna eat at you. But all right, baby, we mean.
No, we're just saying because even the old people used to tell you back in the days if you even listen to them, you can't see your future if you're looking in the rearview mirror, baby.
Yeah, just like that post we put up on our TikTok.
I'm just saying that tell you that
There's
you don't know what the hell it mean at the time.
it hit it.
But then you're saying you get a little bit older, you used to keep playing over in your head the stuff you've been told, and you're like, wait a minute. Well, that's those of us that like to use our brain.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't like to use their brain except to serve the master of your paycheck.
Well, you're still not using it then because you letting them whirl you around and tell you what to do.
Yeah, but in your head, that's going to supposed to lead to get you somehow.
Where?
I don't know. Dead. But,
Other than that.
test-wise, you losing because you more interested in taking the wrong test than you are the right test. And that's by design. It ain't by no accident. You didn't just stumble into being deaf, dumb, and blind. You was produced to be deaf, dumb, and blind and matured from birth to be deaf, dumb, and blind. So it ain't like it's your fault. But the problem is, it's your fault if you don't want to get out of it. That go the problem.
Mm-hmm.
I know when we was kids, it was all good. You didn't have to work. You got your gifts and toys, and ooh, you look forward to this and that. And then you got grown, right? And then you got your kids looking forward to it like you used to. What's changed? Where's the growth? Failed the test, technically. Test was so when you do produce kids, you don't do them like they did you.
Mm-hmm.
You give them some truth, some real knowledge. Not a whole bunch of Mecha, Kemet, and Hebrew Israelite, and Christianity, and Buddhism, Judaism, Hinduism, calligraphy, blah, 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 blah. Where was that stuff at when we were slaves? Where was it at? It's like, wasn't nobody bringing it to you.
It was being held, withheld.
It's being withheld, but if somebody knew it, they would have brought it, right?
Mm.
So that means when somebody do bring something because they know it, like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, there should be no functional question to if it's the truth or not. It got brought and overran everything and still overrunning everything.
We want to do what we want to do. That's why we don't want to accept no
You
truth.
want to do what you want to do, but the penalty is death.
Okay.
Hey, look,
They don't
because you
care.
think you're going to wake up
Exactly.
with some wings, you're going to turn white, you have a diaper on, and you're going to fly off to some golden gates sitting on some clouds with a big city sitting on some clouds.
Do you know how dumb we felt when we figured out that that made no
It's
sense?
all parable. It's close, but it's all
It's not
parable.
even.
It's close because it is something up there, but
Ain't
it
no
ain't like you
pearly
think.
gates.
It ain't like you think. It ain't like you think. Yeah, it's gold, but it's not what you think. The messenger teaches it. If you would listen to his teachings, you would know. And it's not a big secret. It's just a big secret to those that don't want to know.
And the information is out there. We know this. We ain't gonna tell how to get it because you gotta wanna accept it first. But it's out there. All his books, all his teachings, audio, it's out there. But
Video,
yeah, video too.
books,
Books. But just like we always say, niggas don't like to read.
Holy Quran.
Don't like to read. We just been up front. Never like to read.
Don't like to read because the enemy didn't tell you to. Now, using
That
school,
is so,
use a reading machine. Oh, 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, 18 years,
but
20
the enemy was
years.
telling you to do that though.
However many the money is in school you did. You a reading machine then. What the problem is?
Lazy. Lazy.
We're just saying.
We want people to keep doing stuff for us so we ain't got to think, use our brain, or even make a move for ourselves. Or like the messenger says, do for self. We don't want to do that. It's so easy to let other people do everything.
Mm-hmm.
How to think, where to live, who can be in your house, child support, all that. Don't even get us started with that. Custody,
Link, Section 8.
links, Section 8. So we ain't got to do it. Get any kind of assistance. So we ain't got to go to work. We can sit at home all day, send our kids off to school, and be home, grown people doing whatever. You know what we mean by that. While your kids in school,
That's the only reason why you want them in school, so you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Or go to work.
you should be going to work, or at least
Or
going to
starting
work.
your own business.
But it's so easy. But y'all don't get bored with that. Y'all don't get tired of that. That's at some point, and we hated getting it when we was getting it. But we can at least say we was working and at least trying to go to school and doing something. We wasn't just sitting at home. Okay, I get child support. I'm getting land, food stamps, whatever. I'm on HUD. Whatever. I ain't got to go to work. No, we just we don't know. It was something different in our head. Like this is what we got to do right now. We don't want to do it, but we got to do it right now until we can get to where we really want to be at. But that's the difference in how you train your mind or your mind is programmed to think.
Right. Right. Uh, well, the main problem is lack of belief in self. That's the number one test. Everybody, well, we got a couple of number ones. That's the number one. Everybody fails. They don't believe in themselves. They actually believe that they're supposed to be a slave and die miserably and horribly and broke, or getting gunned down in the streets, or getting killed by your spouse, or getting backstabbed or poisoned, or set up by your significant other, whatever. Our people make this seem like this is common justice, nobility, like this is a noble way to die when you're supposed to be living, not dying. So, again, knowledge is the key, according to what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teach. Because if you don't have the accurate knowledge, then you don't have no keys. You can nip, tuck here now all you want. You can use slogans that everybody gonna agree with all you want. You can talk about conversation that you know everybody gonna agree with all you want. That's all the preacher do.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about a whole bunch of stuff you're gonna agree with and sympathize with, dig in your damn pocket and give them some more of your money. It's all is set up to do. They know there's no truth, there's no God in there. Because what God would be, as the Honorable Elijah teach, what God would be fool enough to let him kill you to prove what? To kill him to prove what? Pardon me. So why would any God with all power, all knowledge allow somebody to murder them? Does that
When they
even
can stop it.
make logical sense? But if you don't believe they're human, then how did you get to be human? He said he made us in our likeness. He made us after his image.
Mm-hmm.
And we ain't talking about that Yakub stuff while he was making Adam and Eve. We ain't talking about that. That's where y'all get confused at. We were already here. He'd already created us. So we would say be looking forward to doing more research because stuff's not gonna keep going like you think it's supposed to go. Stuff's about to decline majorly. It's about to change. America's about to fall. The fall of America by Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Why? Because our Savior has arrived. Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So you got to remember, longevity for them is not was never part of the equation. Never. It's never was written, never was documented that they were supposed to stretch out to nothing. They got 6,000 years. That's it. That's all. 6,000 years is up. We're in the 7,000 year. It's a wrap. It's time to wrap things up, throw it in the trash basket. So for those of you that's gonna want to see the light, you'll wake up. Those that don't want to see the light, you're gonna keep playing the role, playing the game, playing the role, playing the game, playing the role, playing the game till you're dead. Take it how you want to take it. Facts is facts, truth is truth. So we pray to Allah that our people would like to wake up and reclaim their own, because other than that, it's gonna be a bad day. It's gonna be a very bad day.
Well, we wanted to go back to what you said a minute ago about believing in yourself. Um, we all done made that mistake. That's why I say yourself. And it's something we done said we don't know how many times on the show. It ain't up to nobody else. Believe in yourself. we already know a lot of people don't believe in us. We know you know this as well. But screw them. It ain't up to them. It's up to us. Whether we pursuing the dream we have, or number one, first and foremost, we standing on the truth. Something that, like you already said, doesn't have to be proved. It's the truth. Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, believe it or let it alone. Ain't force nobody. There's something we tell anybody we talk to, any sister we talk to, my bad. But it ain't our job to force nobody, ain't our job to judge nobody. We either believe what we saying, leave it alone. But like you also said earlier, we like to argue, go back and forth with no proof at
Mhm.
all. None. And it's up to yourself. You know, you stand on what you believe in, the truth of what you believe in. And you stand on your dreams. Don't let nobody talk you out of it. Like her husband, bless you. Like her husband done said, people done told him, you in your 50s, why you still trying to rap? Why you still trying to? We done been told we ain't even in our 40s yet. We done been told like, you ain't done. We don't know, just X, Y, Z, ABC, just throwing it out there, just because we haven't gotten to the level they think we should be at, or something, fell through, or whatever the case may be, they feel like we should give up. And that's a bunch of BS to us because we looking at you like, look, just because you don't want to keep going or you give up easily, that don't mean it got to be in my blood. That ain't how it go. But of course, we both done heard all the so-called negativity or everybody doing everything in their power to make sure. And you can't stop what Allah gonna do. That's one thing we had to learn. That's what really helped us let go of what everybody was trying to do or still is trying to do, because you can't. You're gonna get dead. We're not bothering you, none of that. We just say all that to say you believe in yourself. Just like with us, for those that's watching or whatever. And we know people still watching. They ain't gonna comment a like, but we know they're watching. Just like with everything we do. You know this, we know you know this for a fact. You watch us every day. We posting, promoting, whatever. You see it. Let's just be real about it. We don't get a lot of support. Let's just let's just be honest. But if we thought like the average female, we would have been like, babe, I ain't doing this no more. Ain't nobody watching, ain't nobody commenting, ain't nobody purchasing or buying nothing. But we do believe in ourselves. Even like for real. Even on them days, we know it. Like we don't say nothing, but we know there ain't nobody watching, supporting them, promoting. But we have to hold on to that. Like it's coming. It ain't gonna be on our time, and we know we doing this well this time around, the righteous and the correct way. So we know it's gonna be 100 times harder. We expected that. It's cool because we know it ain't really us. All this is being allowed to happen for a reason. And
Mhm.
like we talking about a test. You really want this? I'm gonna see how bad you want it. I'm
Mhm.
gonna see how hard you're gonna work towards getting to where I want you to be, not where you want, where I want you to be. Because what I want you to do is gonna outweigh any day, any time, any hour over what you want to do. So
Putting the job above, putting the job
let the,
with the team above my personal
yeah,
desires.
we was about to say something like that.
Mhm.
But let the job of my team outweigh my personal desires, and we think we got that word for it. But basically, what we're saying is, what we want personally, it don't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And we on the same page as Master Fard Muhammad, to whom we praise forever, as taught by our most honorable and humble Elijah Muhammad. And we talk so fast, we got to slow down when we say.
Mhm.
But It's not our plan. It ain't up to us. It ain't about how we feel, what we want, none of that. So what we saying, we're gonna believe in ourselves regardless. We know people laughing, talking, whatever. We talk to our husband about it all the time. Uh, don't know if he can agree. Same thing, probably on his end.
Of course,
But
we don't care.
no, we don't. If we did, like we say, we would have stopped already.
we just elaborating in conversation. Trust us.
No, and that's why we saying that,
less.
because we don't, like, you ain't got to believe in us. But when we don't say if, when, because whatever you put out there, it can be verbal too. It comes back.
When it hit the fan,
What we said, everybody
glad you knew us.
Everybody going, hey girl, how you doing? I knew you was gonna make it. You a lying.
That's all we trying to say. You're gonna be glad you knew us.
And we already know who we gonna put on. So, like, just straight up, if you wasn't there while we was hurting, the Prince jeans with the booty out, you wasn't there then, and then call us whatever you want to call us. You ain't getting nothing. Straight up. I don't know how you feel about that, man, but we gonna sip and party. Well, party with people. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. Put it that way.
We just know that the end is gonna. Yeah. That's all. The end of all things y'all love.
And even if we don't get to see it, where we going is gonna be. Well, we don't know what to expect. We know it's gonna be a lot more. What's what we're looking for, baby? Beautiful, heavenly than here. So even if we don't, we're cool with it. We love doing what we do, and we know when we get there, we're gonna have a bigger, beautiful, like a husband.
You ain't gonna remember being here.
That. For those that don't know, that when you leave here, you will have no memory. Kids, husband, job, whatever you was mad about 2 weeks ago.
You remember nothing.
None of that. And that's the other thing that helps us. Especially when we're going through something. Like, you ain't gonna remember none of this anyway. Why you tripping?
You're never gonna remember it. So why remember it?
Why dwell on it? Why focus on it?
Wow.
Why? Yeah, they was an A white. We know. They probably was Jack A. We know. She probably was you know what. We know. We done been on both sides, so we already know. They gonna get dealt with.
Well, you ain't even gonna remember. Why remember?
Black people, we talking to you. If you thought more about that, even to somebody, and we both know this, and we about to touch on something else. We both know this. Even somebody trying to use your kids against you.
We go with one a little bit more severe, and that's that rest in peace slogan.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
How's a corpse gonna be in peace? They're dead. How they resting? They ain't never gonna wake up.
Well, they're not even sleeping. Like, they just gone.
Saying they're not resting. Right. They're never gonna wake up.
Yeah. That's
how they rested in the peace.
That's the irony of it, because they're not.
How is that peaceful? For the heavenly birthday.
Well, and we just saying this to answer your question, but a lot of people, because their loved ones sometimes suffer or whatever, however you want to put it. So once they gone,
you're dead. You're gone.
Yeah.
It's a word you just said. You're gone.
They feel like they resting.
That's not peace. They're gone.
Hey, we just said. They feel like they resting, and they're not suffering no more. But they gone. They not even.
How do you figure that? And they're dead.
No, it ain't us. We just.
Death is finalization of all. Definition. Final. Death. That's why they came with the movie Final Destination. Death is the final destination of all.
No, I didn't say no.
In time frame, not all in under 1,000 years. Like y'all been still getting hardwired to believe while you're in that house of death paying that electricity suit, man.
For those that's up in there today, shame.
To tell you to get dead.
Shame.
Get your insurance policy. Give it up. The kids is the future. They tell y'all everything's stupid.
And we know this now, if they ain't got no knowledge or no truth, no, they not. They just gonna repeat the same cycle we did. Because they ain't got no truth. They gonna make the same mistakes, and we try to talk to our oldest daughter. Don't listen. But if we ain't giving them no truth or no knowledge, they're just gonna make the same stupid, dumb decisions. We ain't gonna say mistakes no more. Decisions, because it's a choice that we made. Because we too busy trying to be their friend and be cool with them and be their homie or whatever. We always told our kids, I ain't here to be your friend. I don't give a damn if you don't like me or not. I don't care. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here to be your mother.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you like what I say half the time, bet money you ain't gonna wind up in jail. You ain't gonna wind up pregnant. You ain't gonna drop out of school. None of that. We
Now,
wish we
now,
would have had people be that concerned with us.
of course, schooling, that'll be a whole nother topic, but
Yeah. No, we just
it ain't
saying,
good for you.
right. It's not. But we just saying that instead of, being out there in them streets, doing whatever, getting into trouble. But y'all really ain't learned nothing. That's what we tell our daughter. You really not learn nothing. We know that now. So, more than ever, we sick of seeing that on all this social media. You dancing and twerking with your kids and letting them cuss on these little videos or whatever. Ain't nowhere in the world. I don't need views that bad. We're gonna let our child say mother or F you would.
Yeah.
Nah. You can do them with your kids without them cussing. Like y'all, everybody want to be seen so bad. Wow. If it ain't for the right reasons, you're gonna attract the wrong people. Another test. What's that phrase we always use? How bad do you want it? We don't want it that bad. If you see us, you do. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. Holla. Keep moving. We really not that desperate. We want the right people, righteous people in our corner, by our side, standing with us. That's it. If you ain't with that program, hey, cool. Do you. But you can't come over here.
Right.
Just saying. Everything, we don't care how small or how big it is a test of number one, how you gonna look at it, how you gonna deal with it. And then the one thing we like to do as Black people, we call the wrong person for advice.
Mm-hmm.
The person that baby, back us up on this, that gonna give you the worst advice possible, and then be looking at you when you take their advice like, why you listen to me? They know they're giving you the worst advice possible because it's something that they would do. This ain't got nothing to do with righteousness.
Because they stupid.
And they want you to be what? Stupid right along with them. Just
You
like
stupid
say,
for asking them.
just like say, if you got a female, she done fell out with her dude. She called a single female that don't like no man, period, for advice. What kind of sense that make?
A whole
And
lot
she
to his.
tell you, man, you know what, girl? Let's just go to the club tonight. We're gonna hook up with some dudes and blah blah blah. Then y'all break up. Both of y'all single. That's the one of the biggest, the dumbest things we could ever do. That's why we do not do that. We don't. We don't go to no single woman for no advice, period. We don't go to nobody here, period. We know who we go to.
Don't make sense.
You can't give us no advice that's gonna help save our life. That's gonna help us strengthen our marriage or our relationship with our husband. You're not. It's gonna be from your own personal feeling and emotion, something we still changing, ain't gonna get you nowhere. But dead.
Yeah.
Point blank period. So, you got to use, as our husband like to say, you got to use your head for more than a hat rack. Got to use them to have some common sense. Live your life. Can't nobody else live it for you. Don't you worry about what they think. We done been there. What's the three words we like to use every day, baby? I don't care.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
And we told y'all, like, for real, what we had to even go through just to get to that point. Yeah, we had to realize that too. We used to entertain so much, we had no business even entertaining. Not no more.
No.
Not no more. And we had to learn. And, they think that they got the best of us, they won or whatever. But, like, no. That's far from it. When you find peace within yourself, hello, within yourself, that's it. It doesn't come from nobody else. It comes from yourself. Everybody ain't gonna like you. They ain't gonna feel you. They ain't gonna love you. They definitely ain't gonna support you. Nah. Why? To please them?
Mm-mm.
But, we had to learn so much the hard way. That's it. And now that we know, whatever, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. We happy. We finally done found peace in our life. Ain't nobody finna take that. Absolutely not. Not if we don't allow them to. So, that's something we had to learn. Allow, well, a lot of other things we learning and still are gonna be learning. It's never gonna stop. You never will. But like we said, it's a test. It's a choice. It's a decision that only relies on you, not nobody else. That's it. And we can only speak for the ladies. You have to always remember and know your worth. That doesn't come from nobody else. When you really reclaim your own, you're gonna realize that you are Asiatic Black queen. Not this misconception that we have out here of everybody being half naked, cussing, weave, makeup, whatever. And we used to do it, so we know that's not a queen. A queen, they help their people. They help their sisters no matter what. They put their needs above their own. They're a leader. And although we will never be perfect, we're a leader. We show women how to carry themselves, how to talk, look, walk, think, whatever. Even the words that come out of our mouth when we're talking to them. We're supposed to step up and show them how to do it under righteousness and the right way. That's where it all comes from. But a lot of us, ladies, we don't want that responsibility. Now that we see it, we have no idea why. Because it's a beautiful thing to lead and help your sisters come into their own and really, from the inside out, show them how to love themselves. That's a test too. When you get knowledge, you get the truth. Are you gonna share it? Or are you gonna keep it to yourself? You gonna help your sisters, or as our husband gonna be doing, you gonna help the brothers? Are you gonna keep that info to yourself?
No choice.
Just saying. Just saying. That's it. Um, that's the leader. They don't think of themselves as better than their people. They think of themselves as equal because that's what we all really are. Nobody's above nobody else. Huh?
Everybody got their own job.
Yep.
Some may be harder, some may be easier. Who cares? Everybody got their own job. All you got to do is pass the test and get your job. Or keep doing what you're doing and get in that lake of fire.
And get dead.
Well, everybody knows there's a lake of fire coming.
Oh,
Ain't
yeah.
nobody deny that fact.
Mm-mm.
They know it. They be crazy as I don't know what. You say lake of fire, they're gonna be like, it ain't here, is it?
Nah, but it's coming.
Where you gonna be at when it hits? That's the point.
Hopefully you're in the right spot.
Because it is coming.
Yeah, make sure you're in the right spot. That's all we can say. 'Cause if you're not, we really don't know what to tell you. It's gonna be on you. For real. That's gonna be on you. So anything else you wanna say, babe, before we get out of here?
Oh, well, as always, acquire more knowledge, the right knowledge. Acquire more truth, the right truth. Believe in yourself. There's no limit to a dream. Dreams don't have expiration dates. Uh, Never give up. Never quit your approach until properly relieved. Uh, and do the best you can to keep acquiring more knowledge. And may Allah bless you, say prosperous, righteous day. Take going out, coming in, grant your success in the world. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Yeah, we pretty much said our last little word. So yeah, we all gonna go through tests. We're gonna say this and we're gonna close out. We all gonna go through tests. That's all we can say. As our husband like to say, either you're gonna soldier up or you're gonna be weak and you're gonna run. That's the only thing we can say about that. It's a choice. It's called free will.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Um, like we say, we can't speak for nobody else. We just chose. We didn't want to get dead. We wanted to save our life, and we can't say this enough. We weren't forced. Nobody made us. We made the decision on our own. We can't say that enough. But that's it, y'all. So, thank you, babe, for coming back on that show again.
Yeah, no problem.
Y'all can catch, of course, Queen Candy this and every Sunday on our Sunday Positivity Talk, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, spreading positivity and motivation. You can follow us on all platforms under the Queen Candy Podcast. Babe, where can everybody follow you at?
Google. Google it.
Google.
Mikhail Muhammad. KLG. Military Camp Breakers. Just Google either one. There it is.
You know what they're gonna find, man?
Everything they need.
You look like just go look me up. Just
I mean, I can talk all day. You're gonna look it up on your hands. So
That's funny. That's funny, y'all. But yeah, we finna go ahead and we gonna get out of here. But of course, y'all can check us both out once again every Thursday for our show, Real Talk and Real Topics.
why men and women can't stick together.
Of course, uh, with Queen Candy, co-host our husband KOG. So y'all will hear us this Thursday as well. But until then, y'all have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And we finna get out of here and enjoy the rest of ours. So we will talk to y'all later.